Let's move on now. U.S. President Donald Trump and Canada's newly elected Prime Minister Mark Carney are set for a high-stakes meeting. Both leaders will meet at the White House in a few hours from now. Both leaders will be shaking hands amid emerging cracks in what was once regarded as an ironclad friendship. This will be Mark Carney's first foreign visit after the election victory. The meeting comes as the Republican leader continues to push his trade war and threats of annexation. Both leaders have been engaged in a war of words on issues ranging from tariffs to Trump's ambition to make Canada a 51st state of the U.S. During the campaigning, Carney also carried an aggressive rhetoric against Trump.
What I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection. We don't need them to build our cars.
It is true that President Trump has betrayed Canada. He's betrayed Canada. And he has ruptured the global economy. Our old relationship with the United States is over, unfortunately. And America's leadership of the global economy is over. And this is a tragedy. This is still in play, but it is a tragedy. It is also our new reality. We have to recognize it.
Canada is America's second biggest trading partner, but Trump's aggressive tariff blitz in recent months has undermined that long-standing relationship. U.S. President announced 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico in February, claiming this was to stop fentanyl and migrant trafficking. Mark Carney rode on a massive anti-Trump wave to get the top job. It remains to be seen if both leaders will hold the line against each other or they will find a common ground. Mr. Dean Baxendale is a global columnist at Sunday Guardian. He is also a political and policy analyst. Mr. Baxendale is now joining us live from Toronto. Mr. Baxendale, good to see you again. Now this meeting is widely watched by everyone. Everyone wants to see the body language of both leaders, Mark Carney and U.S. President Donald Trump. How do you think that will go?
I think it will go. I think it will go quite well. Actually, I don't believe that it's in either leader's interest at this particular juncture in time to show any kind of fracturing, further fracturing in the relationship. There are three key issues here. Oh, and by the way, I'm in Washington to cover this event here today. So I'm in Washington. Really important here, three key things that the Americans are very interested in. The fentanyl the issue is a significant issue. Much of the Canadian rhetoric on this is that we only supply 1% of the supply. Canada has a much bigger role. Our role is also involved in the money laundering of the fentanyl proceeds of crime through the Mexican cartels and into Canada. We are a precursor transshipment point, and we are producing tremendous amounts of fentanyl that have been exported out of the country. We had a huge bust of 92 million pills. So that never went across the border. So for Canada to say we don't have a problem is of concern, and certainly we know that to be a case. Second is very much USMCA and Donald Trump showing that he can get a better deal for America. But quite frankly, the deal that he negotiated when he was in office was something that he touted as a signature piece of legislation. Mm-hmm. There's not much more there that we can do. There are some tweaks with respect to dairy, farming, poultry, etc. America wants our resources and wants our expertise on certain technology, etc. We have an opportunity to create a great partnership moving forward. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of the bluster of the 51st state, again, is a negotiating tactic for the president. Mm-hmm. Mark Carney, a seasoned international banker, knows his way around an economy, and of course he is a banker that actually, and they have a relationship because Brookfield Asset Management, to which he was a major was the chair of, actually lent $1.2 billion to Jared Kushner to save his real estate deal in New York. So President Trump will also be aware of that. Third, another important aspect is the Arctic. And so the Arctic is an area that we have national security and North American security interests in as global warming continues to take shape, and the opportunity for opening up that Northwest Passage is incredible, and there are incredible resources up there that America would also like to have access to. There's great opportunities here. I see a really congenial, friendly meeting engagement. I believe that to be the case. And political rhetoric during a campaign will dissipate for the pragmatism of the moment and creating an opportunity to forge a stronger alliance. And also, Donald Trump needs a win here to show the world that he can work with his closest trading partner. As you mentioned, we are the second largest. $2.5 billion US travels between the two borders each and every day. So it's a significant trading relationship. We have the world's longest undefended border, but we, Canada, need to do more to secure that border and also to work with the Americans on key issues that they're trying to address.
Mr. Baxendale, just very quickly, now that you've mentioned the Baxter between Mark Carney and Donald Trump, do you think Canadians expect Donald Trump to tone it down? What's the expectation in Canada?
I think that we've been seeing a number of reports over the past week or so where the president has certainly toned down that rhetoric, saying that he would prefer actually to be negotiating with a liberal, and also that they're not going to use military force against Canada. It was a chilling thought that was even a conversation point on the weekend, as reported by NBC. But no, I see the president being very pragmatic. The tariff situation, again. The target here is China. Shouldn't be Canada. It shouldn't be Mexico. But I see certainly a calmer demeanor by the president and a calmer demeanor by our prime minister, and I think they will hit it off very well.
All right, Mr. Dane Baxendale, it's always great to see you and to talk to you. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.